Hello, I'm AbyaXToyCat and welcome back to Store Sunday. This is a sometimes weekly series I run on my channel where I show you Minecraft store content and talk about whether it's perhaps worth any of your time or your money, because there are so many pieces of individual content on the store that it's really tricky to download even a tenth of it, because there's over 500 individual pieces of content that you can download. And because of this, if you want to pick up a brand new map, you know there's something good out there, you know there's something for you, but it's almost impossible to know exactly which thing it is. Like, is it this, is it that, is it that? So in today's video I'm going to be talking about one of the best and probably most criminally underrated maps that I've found recently, because it's called Don't Stop Running. It's by Pathway Studios, and on the surface of it, this looked really bad. I wasn't interested when I saw the images of this, but then when I saw the way this was developed, which I'll put on screen right now, I got massively interested because it is an infinite runner built into Minecraft that is actually really addicting. It's the first Minecraft minigame that actually I enjoyed playing over and over again, and I figured I'd talk about exactly what's going on with this and why I like it so much and why it might be worth your time in today's video. Hopefully you all do enjoy, so please do like this if you do like it, because it helps out the channel a lot. Let us know you do like Store Sunday and want to keep on seeing weird stuff like this. And again, I really want to talk about just how criminally underrated this map is. We're going to turn up simulation distance in case that's important, and we're going to hop right into the world and show you Don't Stop Running, which is essentially, okay, so this is something that they can never advertise in their name. I feel like if they did, it would go a lot bigger, but obviously blah 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 copyright. But this is essentially Temple Run inside Minecraft, but Temple Run optimized for Minecraft. So when people make, like kind of mini games inside Minecraft based on something else, it usually is an inferior version, but despite the fact that this is made on Bedrock, which has slightly weaker commands, they've done some really impressive stuff, because if we go back to the GIF that I showed you before, you can see how they use like mobs. So there's like a cow that is making the world spawn, there's a polar bear that's destroying it behind you, and that sounds ridiculous, but they use commands and they use these mobs to do really clever things, which I'll show and explain right now. So again, this is totally, in case right now you're still not on the side of like, oh yeah, this could be anything, we don't know if this is, Temple Run or not. We have to steal an idol, and then a gate opens, and then we have to run away from the, presumed invaders that come behind us. So yeah, this is me playing on normal difficulty, by the way. As you can see, you grab the idol, and then you have to go on a run. So again, the reason I love this more than any, infinite runner game that I've seen before this one, is the fact that this actually has, like, depth to it. There's multiple pathways you can take, but you're always in a rush. So it's like a 3D, again, it's like a full-on 3D, infinite runner game, because the world is being destroyed behind you. You can't let that destruction get you, so you have to be always running. Like, you're essentially always sprinting, but you can have stops to do parkour if you want to get the extra points. Like, oh, look, that's 64 points. That's totally worth it. So, yeah, it's actually got, like, extra depth to it that you don't see in an infinite runner game. And again, that's really fun, because there is a fastest way to do these. Oh no! I activated the trap there and then I died. So we got 319 points. Again, it's got the high score thing, it's got all that stuff going on, which will save across runs if I'm not mistaken. But then if we want to, we can turn up the difficulty. There's a mobile mode if you want to do that. Actually, we can't turn up the difficulty because the world speed seems to be, oh, there we go, the button's just missing. So we're going to try the same thing, but with slightly faster thing, and it's going to be the exact same run, but this time you can see, same idle running stuff, same mechanics, but it's, this time the world destruction behind me is happening much faster. So again, the moment you get, I think it's 4 chunks away from the start, everything starts to really break, and yeah, the world is generating in front of you randomly, or it's not randomly, it's procedurally, I should say. So there's a set of structures that will generate, and although it's not the most varied in the world, although maybe there are some more difficult ones I haven't seen yet, it is still varied enough that you actually feel like you're going through an infinitely different kind of thing, and it's crazy interesting because again the power-ups make you want to be like, oh, let's hop onto here then hop back, for instance. There's a lot of like weird diverse routes you can take from any place to another, and it's just really interestingly again, it's in my opinion at least, it's really interesting put together, and yeah, I really love the basic gameplay. I really love the the fact that the commands work so well, and I love the fact that this is actually as someone who played so much Temple Run and Temple Run 2 when they first came out, and infinite runners are something that everyone loves. It's just a simple format to get into. It's really cool to see this inside Minecraft done correctly, because I've seen like Temple Run in Minecraft before, but I've never seen it done I've seen it done with commands, but like even then it was a little bit rough. But I've never seen it done properly in a way that actually adds something new, and this is adding something brand new. Oh god, there's a fence there. This is adding something brand new that hasn't been done elsewhere. It's really, again, the core gameplay is super impressive. The the way it's done, really impressive, and the amount of fun I've had playing this, and just like kind of, again, you can kind of absently-mindedly do this. Well, perhaps you listen to a podcast or something. That's again, I feel like it's a lot of fun the first few times, and playing it multiplayer might be a whole thing. But honestly, it's just kind of like a cool thing to train your parkour skills, because you have to learn a lot of you have to learn how to do parkour under pressure, which is, if we're being honest, like the real time that parkour is useful. And yeah, so like going over here, for instance, You have to learn to do parkour under pressure. You have to learn how to, like actually do this stuff. And I feel like it actually will improve your skills. Actually will give you a lot of fun. And like I said, super interesting, concept for a map that I fell in love with the moment I saw it. And I've kept on having fun ever since then. So let's talk now about both the criticisms and the weird bits about it that I think they can improve with. Because first of all, oh gosh, and it's one of those arrows is gonna hit me. So the world stopped crumbling for a second, by the way, because the diamonds are power-ups. I think they're different power-ups, like some give you protection from traps, etc. But yeah, you can see how the world is destroying at the same rate behind me. There's only, oh no! So every time you activate one of those tripwires, I guess you have to dodge an arrow. But yeah, there's effective traps. They managed to have this texture pack, actually activate with spikes, which I guess is pistons in some way. But the way it's like a three-step thing, no idea how they do that, but it's, again, pretty impressive. You can also see how the map seems to be changing slightly as we're going forwards. Like, again, at the start it seemed like we were seeing not too much variety, but now we're seeing like a beam over here, and there's actually like new and ingenious and more varied routes, which is actually a slight answer on the criticism. I don't know if it gets much better past the like 5,000, 10,000 mark, because again, one of the things I saw is like about 2,000 points or so. I wasn't seeing too much variety, but again, maybe that's just me like having higher sense, or maybe like variety isn't what you want in a game like this. You want to have predictable pieces so you can learn the fastest way to deal with said parkour situations. Again, I feel like in Minecraft, oh, we failed. I feel like in Minecraft, it's actually better to have more variety because we want to have, it's the same basic parkour we're doing each time. We're just trying to mix things up. But either way, also, should we go back and do Insane? I guess we'll try one more run at this. Actually, no, we'll do Insane. So, yeah, what I really love is the amount of, like, different stuff going on the map. What I really love is the ingenuity. I love the fact that you can, it's one of the first true fun mini games to play by yourself, which again, I've said this before, but like, not everyone wants to play Minecraft in a huge group. So I'm going to see what happens when we get destroyed by the map itself really quickly. Oh, you just fall off into the void just like that. So now you know. So let me just quickly show you. We're going to go on one last run. We're going to do it with Insane and with Jump Boost turned on. I'm not sure if that will make things more fun, but haven't seen that. I haven't tried that option before now. Let's give it a shot. So let's do things. So yeah, it's really impressively using the resources it has. It really does the stuff. But one of my criticisms, I'd say there's not enough variety for a map like this. You actually do want to have variety. Some form of like maybe compete mode with friends, or maybe like when one of you dies it works that way. So yeah, there's a lot of like really fun single player content, but I feel, oh, I wonder if you can go this way. No, you can't. Okay, they're iron doors. Okay, so Insane mode is really dangerous because the world goes at the pretty much fastest pace it can go, which means we have to travel at absurd paces. But yeah, I love the fact that Jump Boost is actually going to add like different parkour options I didn't have before. So the fences I see sometimes, for instance, last time I was like, oh, I can totally go with that. I actually will be able to in this case. The fact that I can like go in all these different pathways, really cool. But I will say, again, it's lacking enough variety for my liking. It's, again, really cool proof of concept map. I'd download like a sequel in a heartbeat, or like I'd love to see an actual update that added the stuff to it. And I also will say the fact that you kind of have to play it in certain... I know, I feel like the fact that you essentially only are challenged in Insane mode, like, right now, but before it was about my parkour skills. Having, Insane mode on is the only way you're really legitimately challenged. Maybe they needed, like, a harder difficulty than even that, where you're, like, truly pressed for speed. Again, I can't say for sure whether that is a smart idea or not, but to me, as someone who, like, has been playing it a fair amount, it's like, yeah, the only real challenge I've experienced comes directly from the zone itself. And the zone itself, again, even in Insane mode, it's only, like, we're still keeping a fair amount of head fit. Like, and maybe that's how Insane mode should be. But a part of me says, like, no, actually, Insane mode should be all about, oh, wait, maybe it's about to come get me. Insane mode should be, like, almost basically impossible. Again, maybe it's balanced in a way, I don't know, because, like, I haven't properly... Oh, yeah, I guess because some of the corners you have to go the long way around. I guess it's, like, it's safer to balance it this way than to make it impossible game mode. I'm not entirely certain, but I will say... I really love this map. I think it's one of the few hidden gems of the marketplace. There's a lot of like stuff on there that's like not fun, and it's barely even interesting in my opinion. Again, from my perspective, I know some people love every single map, and lots of people work really hard on every single map, and I understand when it's there. But like this is one of the first maps that really. Okay, I think it might be worth going back and trying to get this if it stops the world crumbling. Yep, let's do it. Okay, but yeah, I feel like having a map like this, is actually something that I really do quite like. It does a lot of clever stuff, and I feel like, honestly, even outside of just like, this is a really fun game mode, I feel like examining the redstone characteristics of it, the command blocks and stuff, is something that you could learn a whole bunch from, because Minecraft Java, command blocks, they do some insane things, and you can't, like, we've all seen the, things you can do with one command in Java. It's insane. And the fact that, like, someone could make something as complex as this and as interesting as this, that, like, blew my mind when I first saw it, is something that is impressive, to say the least. Also, looks like I'm gonna keep on making it for now. So I just fell off the edge by myself there. So yeah, let me just quickly show you, by the way, the outside of this map, because in my opinion, it almost makes it more impressive. I have cheats turned on. So we hop out here, and we go to Settings, we go to Creative, assuming Settings loads. Okay, there we go. We go to Creative, just like this. Then we can actually, like, oh, I broke a command block. Oh, these are command oh, okay, that's a command block out there. So you can see there's a bunch of command blocks that actually run the game behind the scenes. It's complex how they do work, but again, it's command blocks. Let's just, for now, accept that, like, they all do different things. They should take them through. They're doing some weird cloning. Basically, we're going to have to just ignore that for now. But you can see how the world generates in a pure void of nothingness procedurally to look like it's in a cave. Like, sometimes you do see, the cave, rendering outside your render distance or whatever. And the fact that the texture pack allows this to be possible, like all these things, for instance. What even is this, for instance? It's a diamond axe, but it looks like it's a heart, and it gives you power-ups when you pick it up. This, for instance, right here, looks like a gate, but it's glass. There's a lot of really clever stuff going on here, in my opinion, that, again, I don't think you'll find use from this texture pack, but you might get something from this map that isn't just the, again, it's a really cool map. It's one of the most criminally underrated ones, in my opinion, and also, everyone's favorite thing. Guess what it also comes with? It comes with a skin pack! Woo! Skin pack! But no, more seriously, this is one of the best maps on the store, in my opinion. If you're going to buy something, a lot of people don't buy maps on principle, and I agree with your right to do that. I think that's a swell idea. I think, no one should have to buy maps. They should be entirely optional. But if you do want to pick up a map, I would say one of the most recommendable ones has to be this one by, again, by the Pixel head. And actually, wait, it's by, I forgot his name, but it's a really impressive map, and I would recommend it. So check it out if you have 660 Minecoin spare, which is about £2 or $3, because I think you'll have a bit of fun with it. So thank you very much for watching this video, and I'll see you all next time, or later today for, like, a Serious Sunday, because, first week ever, let's try and double up Serious Sunday and Store Sunday. Let's do it. Bye.